There are people who want to carry a crown, but still haven't learned to endure silence. They want to be heard, but don't know how to listen. And maybe that's why the doors haven't opened yet. Not because God forgot you, but because you're not yet ready to carry the weight of what you're asking for. Sounds harsh? It is, but it's freeing. Because when a man understands that the delay isn't punishment, but protection, everything changes. The truth is, you might be asking for something that would still destroy you. And look, this video isn't for just anyone. It's for those who are tired of shallow speeches and want a straight conversation. Here you'll discover why your life feels stuck, what's behind the envy that surrounds you, and how to flip the game without selling yourself out. It's going to stir you. It'll hurt a little, but it will make sense. So stay until the end, and if at any moment something makes your heart burn, share this video with another man who needs to hear this. Like it, subscribe to the channel, and let's go. A real man doesn't need to speak loud to prove his worth. He doesn't gossip, doesn't make excuses, and doesn't sell out his values to be accepted. There's a massive difference between looking strong and being strong. And that quiet kind of strength, the kind that chooses honor over applause, that's the most dangerous kind. Because it can't be manipulated. A man like that doesn't crave fear, he commands respect, even when he's silent. Today, when everything is filtered and even souls wear masks, being a real man is revolutionary. He handles conflict with wisdom, not reaction. He carries responsibilities others avoid and knows that patience isn't weakness, it's strategy. And when a man finally gets this, when it clicks deep in his spirit, he becomes a threat to everything fake, because he starts moving with purpose, and purpose doesn't fit in small places. There's a strength that doesn't shout, doesn't post, doesn't complain, but transforms. The man who works with purpose doesn't care if the world notices, because he knows heaven does. While others murmur, he builds. While some wait for the perfect moment, he plants seeds in dry ground. And that's the secret, prospering in silence. Because what heaven rewards is faithfulness in hidden places. He may be stuck in a role no one respects, but he does it with excellence, not for status, but because how he serves now shapes where he'll lead next. Ever seen someone thrive even while being mistreated? That's what this looks like. You can start by showing up early. Stop bad-mouthing your boss. Clean your space like a king is coming. That kind of strength, tied to purpose, draws opportunities can justify. When a man carries a mantle, he doesn't need to explain himself, his presence speaks. It's not about loud charisma, it's about quiet integrity, the kind that unsettles people living in lies. You'll notice something strange. Those with a mantle often attract admiration and jealousy, because mantles expose what masks try to hide. They separate. They draw lines. This man never asked for spotlight, but carries something that shines brighter than stage lights. Truth. That's why resistance shows up the moment he starts walking right. And if it's happening to you, if you feel targeted for no reason, maybe it's because you're carrying something sacred. And what happens next requires more than muscle. It demands vision. Envy is sneaky, but strangely enough, it can be your launchpad. Some people moved forward not because life was fair, but because someone tried to stop them. What looked like betrayal was the push they needed. It's wild how often divine plans begin with disappointment. God will use envy to move you out of comfort and into trust. And it's in that discomfort that your real story begins. What felt like the end was just the bridge. Think about it: ever been rejected, lied about, left out? That may be the very sign that your destiny is being fast-tracked, because when heaven is in charge, even attacks become assignments. Many men only discovered their real calling after the fire of envy burned their plans to the ground. The question is, when the dust settles, will you be ready for what's next? Some think they've failed too hard to ever come back, but heaven doesn't cancel men, it restores them, even those who've hit rock bottom. When a man truly repents, his past becomes the stage for his comeback. The higher calling doesn't require perfection, it requires a willing heart. The moment he stops running from his scars and starts submitting them, that's when transformation begins. There's power in faith, not just believing, but acting like God still has plans for you. What does that look like? Start by reading Proverbs or James. Begin praying out loud, even if it feels awkward. Shift your schedule to prioritize obedience. When a man does this, he no longer needs to prove anything. His life starts speaking, and slowly his mess becomes his message. There comes a moment when sheer willpower isn't enough. You need surrender. Not the casual kind, but the kind that breaks your pride and whispers, "God, have your way." That's when transformation really begins. When the soul bows down, heaven stands up. That kind of surrender brings real peace, clarity, and direction. It's not religion. It's alignment. Want real protection, real peace, real vision? Then give up control and give God your yes. That surrender brings not just salvation, but freedom from chaos, exhaustion, and modern anxiety masked as productivity. Surrender silences the noise, it sharpens your hearing, it shifts your atmosphere, and the man who lives like this gets ready for the next level without even realizing it. Now that you've heard all this, the question is simple. What will you do with this truth? Will you keep waiting for life to change, or will you become the man you were born to be? Because watching isn't enough. Feeling something isn't enough. Purpose requires posture. Calling demands action. The mantle isn't given to those who wish, it's given to those who decide. So tell me in the comments, which part hit you the hardest? What step are you going to take today? Don't keep this to yourself. This message could wake up another man who's ready to quit. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and buckle up, because the real journey is just getting started. And here you'll keep learning how to live a life of purpose with no masks, no shortcuts, and no excuses.